Prisma Obex, available from Baro for, well, let's just say it, an insane amount of ducats considering there's not much difference between the two. And I did mention it in the video for him actually arriving. The only difference is it's got 30% status instead of 10, and it has a much higher attack speed. The original Obex came with just a dash, no other polarity. And the Prisma came with exactly the same thing. This I may former the normal Obex, I just didn't bother with. Of course, then what I did is went and got Entropy Detonation, because it adds that whole syndicate effect to it, which for Suda I do believe is magnetic, and then it also restores 25% of the player's base energy at the same time, which does make it useful. Plus, this mod is kind of weird. Lethal ground attacks, finishers basically, will explode enemies, dealing 1000 blast damage in a 10-meter radius, as well as obviously adding the entropy to it as well. This scaled, which was kind of good. It was 20% of energy max health of the enemies. Why did I say energy max health of enemies? It's enemy max health. Is dealt into the damage, so it kind of scales, and I just thought I would try this because it was obtainable from the actual event that was ongoing when the weapon came out. It will of course later be added into syndicates, because it does say that it's an early look at these augments. They will be added to the syndicates later, and I have suggested that people don't pick them up now and aim for the other stuff first, because the other stuff is questionable whether that will come back in other ways, whereas mods like this, it says they're going to be syndicate augments. It's a preview of syndicate augments, so they should be added to them shortly. With this in there, however, it became, I don't want to say a different beast, but I did put 2 Vs on this, basically for primed pressure point and primed flow. Primed heavy trauma was just kind of a why not, because I had the space. And then it's just, I threw in body count and weeping wounds, aiming more for a status style build, but only got this to 66% using 2 of the dual stat mods. The build I have here just has, I think it was corrosive on it, so it's Voltic Strike and Virulent Scourge. But it does still suffer with the same problem that the normal Obex does. Lack of damage and, well, I say lack of damage, adding primed heavy trauma and that increased status made a huge difference in it with the attack speed of 1.33, but it's the combo to this. The combo looks really nice if you were just messing around, but in the heat of battle, once you've finished the combo, it continues to go, because the combo has quite a long animation to it. If you can get over this, the weapon was not that bad. With it having 25% crit chance, you could of course also build it for crit using Blood Rush and Body Count instead of Weeping Wounds, which is basically the same as Body Count, but Body Count adds crit, Weeping Wounds added status, which should take that 66% I had on this a little bit higher. With the Entropy Detonation on here as well, it made it just better, but adding that to the normal Obex will do the same thing. To me, the difference with this came with the 30% status compared to the 10 it has normally, and the increase of 0.33 to the attack speed. It just, being able to swing quicker meant the animation was over quicker. Okay, it's not much quicker, but it was still quicker, which made it just better than the normal version. I know the damage is exactly the same, the crit is the same, it's only really status and attack speed that's changed, but that's pretty much all it really needed to make this just way better than the normal Obex was. So is it really worth picking these up from Baro for 500 ducats? Ignoring the credit cost, the ducats is an insane amount for a weapon that wasn't tradable but has since been fixed. But with information coming out since this, well, really it came out before the weapon came out, but apparently there's another Prisma weapon that's also going to be added to him as well. I'm kind of looking forward to that more. I'm not going into it because, like a lot of information that's found from games before it's actually released, it is subject to change, which is why I don't go into that whole data mine thing. But I would say it is worth it if you don't have the normal Obex, but if you've got the normal Obex, instead of running reach for range, put flow in here, and it basically turned it into this weapon with a little bit less status. So if you've got the normal one, not really, unless you wanted it for mastery fodder, but if you don't have the normal one, this is definitely the version to go for. So we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch yous next time.